Welcome students. Today we will learn the topic of balancing a chemical equation and how to write a chemical reaction in the form of a balanced equation. So before going into the topic, please do subscribe for the channel. Now we will see about chemical equation. So in the last class we have seen what are reactants and what are products. So now we will see how to represent a chemical equation. So the substances which undergo changes are nothing but called as reactants. And the substances formed, that means the new substances which are formed after the reaction are called as products. So here head of the arrow always represents the direction of change. That means these products have been changed into this. Is it clear? That means these reactants, these substances have undergone a chemical change and new products have been formed. This arrow indicates the direction of reaction. See an example. Now I am taking calcium oxide and I am mixing it with water. Is it clear? So now what it forms? So these two are the reactants. Is it clear? So calcium oxide I am mixing it with water. So these both are called as reactants. So these will, after reaction, that means after chemical reaction taking place, what they will form? They will form calcium hydroxide. So after reaction they will form calcium hydroxide. Now here this calcium oxide plus water are combining to give a calcium hydroxide. So this is a type of which reaction? Which type of reaction is this? Here two elements are combining to form a single compound. So that's why this is called as a chemical combination. Is it clear? So now this is the equation but in a word form. Is it clear? So for each and every reaction, if you write like this, how hard it will be? Is it clear? So for this purpose, what we will do, we will represent these with their symbols and formulas. So writing the chemical reaction by using the symbols and formula is nothing but called as a chemical equation. Now if we consider now, so for calcium oxide, what is the formula? CaO. Okay, plus what is the formula of water? It is H2O. So these two are combined and they are giving a calcium hydroxide. Is it clear? So now here see, this is the short form of word representation. That means by using the formulas I can simplify this equation. So CaO is calcium oxide and water is H2O. These both are combined and they are giving a calcium hydroxide. So these two are called as reactants and this is called as a product. This is called a chemical equation, which is the simplified form of word equation. So these are reactants and these are products. So the arrow which is here. So reactants will be written on the left side of the arrow and the products are written on the right side of the arrow. And this arrow head which is there, it indicates the direction of reaction. That means what are the reactants and what are the new substances are formed. So this arrowhead always points the direction of change. Suppose, so in this equation we got only one product. Suppose if the equation zinc plus hydrochloric acid will give us zinc chloride and hydrogen. We have discussed about types of equations, reactions. So what is this type of reaction? This is nothing but a displacement reaction. So in the zinc is replacing the hydrogen place. So here see, both atoms are combined. That means both compounds are combined and they are giving a ZnCl2, that is zinc chloride plus hydrogen. So here see, two products, that means two new products have been formed. So when more than one product is formed, we use the plus symbol to write the equation. I have taken an example, calcium oxide is reacting with water water and it is giving calcium hydroxide. So this is the word equation I am writing for the reaction. So can I simplify it? So for every time for your exams, if you write this much lengthy word equation or if you want to remember this, it becomes somewhat difficult. Is it clear? So in order for this, we are going to write this in a simplified manner. So how to write it in a simplified manner? So in this, we can simplify this equation with precise meaning. So how? By writing the word equation representing with symbols and formulas. So in a simplified equation, that means in a chemical equation where we are using formulas and symbols, we will represent the compounds by the atoms of symbols and formulas. So now, for example, see this calcium oxide is written as CaO. That means see, here this is calcium, Ca is calcium and O is oxygen. But these both, calcium and oxygen, have combined to form calcium oxide. So suppose, now hydrogen, this is H2O. See here 2 is there. Okay, so this 2 in the, and this 2 is called as a subscript. So subscript denotes the number of atoms present in that molecule. That means here in a water molecule we have 2 hydrogen atoms. Suppose if you don't have anything, only you have a element, then we should assume it as 1. Is it clear? So here for a water molecule, okay, for a water molecule 2 hydrogen atoms are there and 1 oxygen atom is there. That means here the numbers which are written as a subscript of the element or compound represents the number of atoms in the molecule. We will see another example. Here zinc is reacting with hydrochloric acid and it's giving zinc chloride and hydrogen gas. Here zinc and HCl represents the reactants. So these both are called as reactants and these are called as products. So how many products have been formed here? 2 products have been formed. Is it clear? And here see Zn, there is no subscript over here. So what we can assume? Here we can assume it as 1 zinc atom and here HCl. Is it clear? So here in this molecule, that means in this compound, 1 hydrogen atom and 1 chlorine atom is present. So when these 2 are combined, we get a zinc chloride. So here zinc, nothing is there. So here it is 1. So it is zinc. That means 1 atom of zinc. And for chlorine, Cl is chlorine. So it is 2. That means 2 chlorine atoms. That means for zinc chloride, how many atoms will be there? Total 3 atoms. So in 3 atoms, 1 will be zinc atom and 2 will be chloride atoms. And again we got here hydrogen. So hydrogen, how many atoms are there? 2. So generally hydrogen is a diatomic molecule. So always hydrogen will have 2 atoms. Zinc 1 atom, hydrogen 1 atom and chlorine 1 atom. So total on reactant sides we have 3 atoms. And here zinc 1 atom, chlorine 2 atoms and hydrogen 2 atoms. Total you have 5 atoms. So see, are they equal on reactants and product side? No. Is it clear? Next we will see another example. So here Na2SO4, that is sodium sulfate, is reacting with BaCl2, that is barium chloride. Gives rise to BaSO4, barium sulfate plus NaCl, that is sodium chloride. So here how many number of, so these 2 are called as reactants and these 2 are called as products. Okay. So in this, how many sodium atoms are there? 2. And how many sulfur atoms are there? 1. And how many oxygen atoms are there? 4. So total how many atoms are there in this? 4 plus 2, 6. 6 plus 1, 7 atoms. Okay. And here, so Ba, that is barium, 1 atom and chlorine. How many atoms? 2. So total 3. So 7 plus 3, that means 10. Total 10 atoms reactant side. Now you will see. So Ba, that is barium 1 plus sulfur 1 plus oxygen 4. So total 6 atoms in this, and in this NaCl is 1 and chlorine is 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So 6 plus 2 is 8. Is it clear? So on reactant side we have 10 and product side we have 8. So are they equal? No. So according to, we have learned about law of conservation of mass. What we have learned? Atoms are neither created nor destroyed, but they are mixed with other atoms. Is it clear? So now see, here it is 10, here it is 8. That means 2 atoms have been reduced. And here also we have 3 and 5. That means 2 atoms are more. This cannot happen. So in order to do this, we need to balance the chemical equation. So now we will learn how chemical equation will be balanced. In occasions, we will paint the walls. So with what we will paint? We will paint the walls with white color. Is it clear? So that white color is nothing but a calcium product. Is it clear? So generally we will use slate line. That is nothing but called as sunnam vaadtam. So this slate line, what we will do? We will mix it with water. Is it clear? So this slate line is mixed with water and we will paint it. So generally what happens when you paint it? It will be wet. So after some time, what happens? The wet, it will get dried off and you can see a white dazzling color. That means the wall will shine. Is it clear? So that is what? How to represent that in our chemical equations. Now we will see the reactions taking place while doing that painting. So first here we are mixing the calcium oxide, that is nothing but a slate line, with water. Is it clear? So what it gives? It will give us a calcium hydroxide. Is it clear? So now we will tayar. Is it clear? So this is nothing but CaOH twice. Is it clear? So this slate line. So now what I am doing it? I am painting it on the wall. So CaOH twice plus what happens when I paint it? The air will be blowing. That means the air comes in contact with the paint. Is it clear? So what happens? This calcium hydroxide which is there on the wall will attract the carbon dioxide present in the air. Is it clear? So what happens when you paint the wall? Absorbs the carbon dioxide present in the air and it forms a calcium carbonate and water. So this calcium carbonate is responsible for the white finish, that means white color shining on the wall. In the last examples we have seen that the number of atoms on the product side and the number of atoms on the reactant sides are different. And also according to law of conservation of mass, we have seen that the reactants and product side, that means the atoms are neither created nor destroyed. So the total number of atoms on the reactant side and product side should be same. So for this we need to balance a chemical equation.